you want to know why your shoulder blades stick out? Is it scoliosis or is it scapular winging? Now today I'm going to break it down for you. You see, most people guess wrong and that can lead to wasted time, bad exercises and zero results. I'm going to show you how to tell the difference and what actually caused that winging look and how scoliosis can play a role. So we're talking muscle imbalances, we're talking postural mistakes, and yes, I'm going to show you some great exercises so that you can start fixing it. And stay till the end, because if it turns out to be the scoliosis that's causing your winging scapula, I'm going to walk you through what to do next and what to avoid. So let's get into it. First thing to figure out is whether or not the winging scapula is coming from a scoliosis or if it's coming from weak muscles. So let's take someone that's just standing straight from behind, okay? If their scapula are sticking out both sides, then you can pretty much guarantee it's to do with weak muscles and poor posture. But if they have a scapula that's sticking out on one side only, then that might be due to a scoliosis. For example, if we have a scoliosis like this, so it's a dextroscoliosis in the thoracic spine, meaning the apex is off to the right, this will also create a rib hump on the right side. This rib hump will push the scapula out slightly. And so what you want the person to do is bend forward and perform what we call the Adams test. And the Adams test will show you the rib hump and also maybe even show you that scapular wing as well. And if that is the case, when they stand back up, the right scapula wings, the left scapula doesn't, then you most likely that the scoliosis is the cause of the wing scapula. If they have a straight spine, when they bend forward, that there is no rib hump on either side, then the cause of the wing scapula was probably muscle weakness and poor posture. But the interesting thing is this: it doesn't matter whether or not it's a scoliosis causing it or whether it's a poor posture and muscle weakness. These exercises that I'm about to show you will help in either case. Many of us in this modern day have rounded shoulders. And when the rounded shoulder happens, it can actually pull the scapula out at the back. So we want to first open up the front of the chest in order to have more mobility in the shoulders so that they can get ready for what's to come. A simple way to do that is to do a chest stretch where you put your arm up against a wall like this, same side leg forward, and then simply rotate your chest out to the side. Now, some of you might be saying, well, Ed, that's just a little bit too simple. And sure, I'm going to show you a way to make it a little bit more effective. So from here, what I want you to do is to do a small lunge up and down, and that stretches the underlying muscle here, which is the pec minor, and it goes from the upper ribs here to this little bone that projects forward from the scapula called the coracoid process. If the pec minor is tight, then it will pull the scapula forward and the tip of the scapula will stick out. So I want you to do this about 10 or 15 times, and I want you to do this 3 times through. So treat it like a weight set. Three sets of 10 to 15 reps. It's going to start opening up the shoulders. Now that may take a little while. That may take a few weeks for you to actually notice some difference in the front of your shoulders. But when you have that, I want you to move on to this next exercise. Okay, this next exercise involves you using a mirror. So what we want is we want you to be able to pull your shoulders backwards and down. So we're going to get this tip of the shoulder here to be in a line with your sort of, if your chin's tucked in, your ear, hips, ankles. You pull it backwards and down, and we want to squeeze an imaginary tennis ball between this muscle here, the triceps, and this muscle here, the lats. So we're squeezing here whilst pulling the shoulder blades down. And why we need a mirror is we want to be able to look in the mirror. I'm using this window here, and see, do we have those scapulars flat and are they moving down like this? With this, I want you to hold it for about 30 seconds. It's going to feel very awkward and you're going to walk around like a penguin for a little bit. But this is engaging the lats, these muscles here, engaging the teres muscles here, and pulling in those muscles of the lower trapezius. This is going to be the start of the process to get the scapula into the right place. Next, I'm going to show you a strengthening exercise using that exact same position. All right, I've got 2 chairs here. You can take 2 benches or tables or 2 surfaces, whatever, it doesn't matter as long as they're the same height. And I'm going to get down into a deep squat or a deep lunge position. What we need to do is do that same movement we just learned. So pulling those scapulars back and down, shoulders back, and actually put some pressure into it. So I'm going to push my arms down. At the same time, I'm going to start supporting my weight whilst keeping my shoulders away from my head and my scapula flat. It helps if you can do this in the mirror as well and just check, make sure everything is in alignment. and then allow your weight to sink into this position. And over time, you can actually lift your legs up and start putting some of your whole body weight into those muscles that are holding this position. So you hold that for about 30 seconds, and again, go through this for 3 repetitions. So next we're going to add to what we just learned about that scapular positioning. We're going to take a band, and I want you to have a little bit of resistance on that band. From here, you're going to pull your shoulder back and down, but leaving your elbow slightly in front. This is a really nice way to feel those muscles engage. Those teres muscles here and that lat muscle here. From this position, you can actually start to pull down the arm whilst holding the shoulder in place. If the shoulder pops up and rounds forward, then you haven't quite engaged those muscles yet. So the first position is here, second position is down here. And you can do reps of this, 10 to 15 reps, 3 times through, really trying to keep that shoulder in the right place, feeling the squeeze between your scapula and the length in this upper part of the traps. For those of you who want to take it one step further, you can actually do this with a straight arm. So engage the lower muscles and then pull the arm down straight. The resistance, it's up to you. This one might be just a little bit too hard for me to do the straight arm, but this is very easy for me to do the bent arm. You can use any type of resistance band as long as you can get the correct positioning with your shoulder. So next we have to talk about the serratus anterior, the muscle that actually holds the scapula flat and attaches to the ribs here. So a lot of physiotherapists will talk about strengthening those muscles using something like a scapular push-up. So that will be coming against the wall here and simply pressing the shoulders forwards. But you can see what happens is I actually lift my shoulder blades up, which is not what we want. So I want you to rethink the scapular push-up, and we're going to do that actually on the ground. You can do it kneeling or in a full push-up position. I'll demonstrate kneeling to start with. So in this position here, I want you to engage those muscles of the lower trapezius. So you're going to pull the shoulder blade down, all that training that we've just done, bring that into play, and then simply go forwards and backwards. So squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, pull them forwards as much as possible. You can allow the head to drop just a little bit at the end of range here, which may help you ever so slightly. For those of you who want a bigger challenge, you would do that same movement. So pull those shoulder blades down, push the shoulder blades forward, protract, retract, protract, retract. Being very careful to not bunch your shoulders up on that protraction. That's the last exercise in this series, and this will really help you strengthen those shoulder blade muscles and get that scapula flat on your back. As promised, if you think your wing scapula is from a scoliosis, then I've linked a video in the description below, which is a full breakdown training video. And in it, you're going to learn how to tell if your curve is getting worse, what you can do about it, and how to start slowing down, stopping, or even reversing your scoliosis. Hey, look, thanks for watching. And if you like this, drop a comment in the comment section below. If you have a question, put it in there as well. And I will do my best to answer every single question that gets posted.